What's good, everybody? Glitcher Bro 23 here. Yo, we're starting this morning off with a freestyle on Shade 45 from Locksmith. I don't know nothing about this dude at all whatsoever, but one of y'all guys suggested me react to this, so that's what we're gonna do here in a bit. If you guys enjoy, if you guys want more freestyles by anybody, let me know in the comment section right now, or anything else from Locksmith. But other than that, let's go ahead and get on to it. Shade 45, they usually get some spitters on there.
It's an honor when Locksmith comes in this building, and I'm gonna let y'all see right now who's who.
Let's
on
do
this
it.
Microphone. Drop that beat, Torch. Drop the.
Yeah.
Oh shit! He went there.
Yeah. Look. Check it out. Look. No big homie, no corporation. No diss, only my motivation. I notice most of them go with waves in. I go against the current I currently feel engaged in.
Most of them go with the waves. I go against the current though. Current waves? Come on, bro. Come on.
I notice most of them go with waves in. I go against the current I currently feel engaged in. Raised in a city, civility's disability. This umbilical cord is the discontent for humility. Silly rapper, you privileged, lying who you pretend to be. I disconnect from your witherspoon like Ryan Phillippe. Philip is web browser with lead showers and minstrels. Nocturnal journals of unnurtured potential. Essential tools when exploiting the black youth. Multiracial pickaninnies, they pick as a substitute. Suck the truth from the culture.
Ooh, substitute the truth from the culture. And then just the flips that he's doing. He did it with the current bar too, but he's doing it with the substitute bar now too. God dang you! Look how confident. Just you could just tell he is so confident in what he's saying right now.
Ninnies they pick as a substitute. Suck the truth from the culture. Leave you a hollow shell. Fuck a album. Algorithms with ad agency sale. 2004 placement. 500 in your statement from a playlist. That type of math is not adjacent. We chasing after the dreams that we only appear to know. Birds never change feathers. They weather but clearly don't. You want advice? Well, here's a quote. A bitch nigga's a bitch nigga right now or 10 years ago. Karma don't expire in pride of popular opinion. I'm rising above the minions. My eyes have reluctant vision. I look away from your negative trenches. Niggas smile in real life but act petty in mentions. This is Dred Scott, nappy dreadlock, skullduggery, bipedal mechanics and fire discovery. This is 1934 Detroit master fraud. This is slave owners teaching slaves master is God. This is Malcolm.
God dang. God, he is going far back with he is teaching history right here with this one, honestly. My God.
Or Detroit master fraud. This is slave owners teaching slaves master is God. This is Malcolm bowing in Mecca drinking from Zamzam. Machiavellian hellions hailing our own plan. The neighborhood does not condone false prophets roam. Mr. Rogers the Roger Stone watching drones fly over religious schools and comb. Back home we all clones, we follow what they presume. We cater what they consume in costume. Get some money and hop out your cocoon like a coon. I assume you got the memo assembled to be affected. Young niggas feel disconnect, old niggas feel disrespected. This affects the nervous system, essentially kills us all. Pushing poetic poison, fictional fentanyl. Heard a bunch of y'all rapping, fronting like Dawn Captains, throwing money around and stunting in y'all caption. Said he was set to...
There's not even a lot for me to say on this, honestly. He's just flowing. He's just flowing and rhyming. And he's just basically giving a history lesson, you know? So it's like I'm learning right here. But at the same time, he's also addressing some, like, bigger, like, he's talking to bigger artists right here where he's like, I see y'all guys on the media with all the captions and stuff like that. He's obviously talking about, like, just, like, bigger artists just doing that in general, you know?
To kill, really just false acting. You call it a record deal, I call it Uncle Tom's Cabin. Bragging and fucking thoughts, gas cause you must have.
Uncle Tom's Cabin? Wasn't that a book? Isn't that like a book about like racial issues? I heard that before. I've heard that before. Uncle Tom. What was Uncle Tom's Cabin? I literally just learned of that this year. Yeah, so it literally was about like, it's a book about like slavery, and it was like made like during the 1850s or stuff, something like that, you know. God dang it! I wish I knew. I just remember. I just learned that this past semester.
Throwing money around and stunting in y'all caption. Said he was set to kill, really just false acting. You call it a record deal, I call it Uncle Tom's Cabin. Bragging and fuck.
Y'all just set in a false acting career. Oh, how did he say that? How did he say that?
Acting, you call it a record deal, I call it Uncle Tom's Cabin. Bragging and fucking thoughts, gaskets you must have bought. 500,000 views and half of them Russian bots. Half of the buzz you got stolen from his connections. The other half controlling people's perception. Deception is like infection, it's lying beneath the skin. I'm trying to keep a grin, the virus is steeped in sin. Set a flame to the game and murder you post fire. I hate that nigga, but I admire his ghostwriter. I'm the sole proprietor.
He has to be talking about Drake. He has to be talking about Drake, right? I'm not the only one that thinks that, right? He has to be talking about Drake. I like how everybody always goes to the ghostwriter with Drake now, though. Everybody does.
To the game and murder you post fire. I hate that nigga, but I admire his ghostwriter. I'm the sole proprietor, prime my way in the system. Criticize my game plan, but ask later for assistance. Persistent, but you did judge. If you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. But I'm sick of pretend love. I'm sick of the fake industry puppets tangling strings, dangling dreams, dangerous themes y'all promoting. I wouldn't give you the Heimlich if you was choking. I'm the chosen designated distributor and dismemberer. You said you rep the culture, but we don't believe you. You said you was a broker, so we don't impede you. Some niggas are so desperate for exposure, they just roll over and lower the standard we should heed to. We worship at the feet of these icons.
Dang. Like I said, there's nothing to break down because he's just saying it so straightforward. He's saying it so straightforward, and now he's like saying we bow down to these like major artists. We don't give little guys like Locksmith a lot of attention. That's true. That's very true. There are a lot of artists that we probably shouldn't give as much attention to. They're either overrated, overhated, or something like that. And then there's real people who don't get the attention they deserve. That's wild.
In the hopes to be anointed. When you meet him in person, you're disappointed. I'm pointing out the flaws in the pecking order. Respect's in order. Expect a quarter of success when they suppress was brought up. I saw him, Lord, what we seek is the peak. Whack niggas from 2010 we now see as elite. A mirage, I know it sounds quite odd, but Lil Xan makes Gucci Man sound like Nas. Lean with...
Ooh, he said Lil Xan makes Gucci Man sound like Nas. Oh my god. So in other words, Lil Xan is so trash that he makes Gucci Mane sound like one of the greatest. Come on.
But Lil Xan makes Gucci Man sound like Nas. Lean with it, rock with it. I just spit it how Pac did it. The bay is in my blood, but I'm not a blood, so stop with it.
He really, if you hear how passionate he is about the racial stuff, how do I say it? How unfair, like, African Americans get it, or even blacks get it. He is speaking like Pac, and he is very fluid about the way he's speaking it. So, the flow doesn't really match Pac, but that's what makes Locksmith different.
Just spit it how Pac did it. The bay is in my blood, but I'm not a blood, so stop with it. I'm a lyricist, this is not a gimmick. I remember nights, empty stomachs, and nothing but knots in it. Please don't compare me to other rappers you rock with. Yeah, he's got a flow, but he's sorta iffy with content. Me, there's no if, whys, or maybes. I would teach a class, smash your bitch, and then baptize your baby. Maybe you deserve to be.
Ooh. He said, don't compare me to your favorite artist. Because I will teach class, which I've been saying. He's literally teaching history. I'll smash a girl and then baptize the baby. That's tough. That is tough. He is going off as a lyricist though. Like this is very impressive.
Be weeded out, and please don't blame it on the trees and claim later you was weeded out. I'm weaving in and out the flow like a seamstress. You reap what you sow, and I thread the needle, extinguish out the spark that you've been burning for clout. Disperse from your spout, and every word you slur from your mouth. As far as bars, I've been serving them out. I deserve an amount of respect. Fuck you and your burner account. You see, the people in your circle are the first ones to hurt you. They feed your insecurities and downplay your virtues. But
Facts. It'd be the people closest to you that you gotta watch out for. Because anything you tell them, they could turn that around on you at any moment. Any moment. Honestly, that's why I still have trust issues. Because it's like, what if I do open up to someone and they use that against me, like sometime soon? That is on God facts right there.
Insecurities and downplay your virtues, but I'm virtually unstoppable, stopping over your obstacles. Your optical receptors are intercepted with lots to prove. I'm the truth, I'm the fact of religion. I'm the reason niggas crumble up they raps when they listen. I'm the reason niggas humble up they act when he's mentioned. When they meet me in person and purposely practice submission. The fact that he's missing is just due to circumstance and bad timing combining purpose of pertinent stance. Assertive serpents that circle around my sermon's glance. Minute I smell they venom, circumvent to a certain task. I smirk and laugh at your outbursts. Who you cursing at? Your outcomes coming out worse and you worse at rap. I used to clap for these niggas, now I reverse the stats. Every album out, I was counted out and emerged from that. Concepts, metaphors, lyrics, production. I mastered my position, addition out of reduction. They ask.
He said I mastered lyricist, production. He mastered everything compared to other people. What did he say he mastered?
From that, concepts, metaphors, lyrics, production.
Concepts, metaphors, lyrics, and production. That's... Not every artist can do that. Not every artist has all four of those factors. Concept. When he says concepts, he means like a theme or message of an album or a specific song. Metaphors, obviously the wordplay. Lyrics obviously goes kind of with the metaphors, the bars, and stuff like that. And then just the production in general. A lot of artists cannot produce their own like beats. You know, so which if you really think about it, it saves them. That's a lot of money saving if an artist can produce their own beat. So that's wild, dude.
I master my position, addition out of reduction. They ask for my detention, essentially out of assumption. Cause I ain't begging no artist for nothing. I'm cuffing my scrotum sack in the coldest cat. I noticed that you overcompensate for your bogus tats. You know.
Oh, that was disgusting. I know what he said. I'm not gonna repeat it. God dang, he still got 5 minutes.
Notice that you overcompensate for your bogus tats. You know you act. You know you actually act out for attention. Cause your music doesn't get it. Your whole image is scripted. If I cannot do it, it cannot be done. I made a test of DNA. That is not my son. I'm not the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7.
Ooh, I made a test of my DNA. That is not my son. God dang. And he said, you know your whole career is just scripted out. Like, you're not real at all. It's facts, bro. There's no, like... He's just going off.
7, not your hip-hop homie or your industry brethren. My paragraphs are apparent math solution that only my parents grasp. Took me past minutia, the past is nuisance. Every rap that I spat was a crack in the very fabric he's passing out to enact confusion. The act of using more rallies to boost morale and lose morality, skews mortality and huge totality. Who's to blame for me toe tagging these rappers that you mystify? Justify whack but claiming it's a vibe. This is why we shouldn't dignify degenerates, disingenuous lyrics that only serve or assist a lie. I found a sister in the system, essentially tried to attempt and pry open a small gap you had meant to hide. I found immense pleasure and gratification in grabbing what's sacred and staking my claim to you wince and cry. Since when did too much talent become an offensive crime? This confines the culture and that...
Since when did too much talent become an offensive crime? Wow. This is too professional. This is way too professional, and it's way too much to take in all at once. Like I'm hearing it. I really am. But like I said, he's saying it so straightforward that there's no need for me to break it down. There really isn't. I know what he's saying. Oh my god. But I mean, like it's too easy for him. Locksmith is literally killing this right now. His flow is like, I really like how he's doing his flow though. I think that's probably what's keeping me really intrigued into this, is how like constant his flow sounds.
Creates a big divide. Indivisible, inexplicable syllables, silhouettes of a civil threat leave the masses miserable. We maximize what is minuscule, then they pour wool over eyelids. I bid to extend the door. I do feed off instrumentals. The instruments you use are inadmissible in the midst of a windless spool. I pull away from normalcy, such an enormous hill to climb. So you incline to fail while I perform the feat. We complain about
such an enormous hill to climb, so you feel inclined when you try to climb it. In other words, you'll still never reach my level. I'm way too high up this mountain.
So you incline to fail while I perform the feat. We complain about culture and what it was, but trolls don't create themselves, the public does. Media feeds into the fuckery just for buzz. Just because you buzzing doesn't excuse your destructive grudge. I was under the impression that pressing people for clout was the wrong type of message when messages weren't and drought, but I seen a lot of death, and especially from the south side of Richmond, where they sticking your tombstone in the ground. Young niggas wave guns and record labels benefit. They profit off the ignorance cause they don't have to live in it. They provide the method to market it and distribute it. This exhibits a lack of responsibility, period. The period of following inferior practices is a larger conversation, and it's more than compensation, and it's more than just...
He's literally talking about how artists just do it for the money right there. He's like, this is all like a market, like it's all like marketing. That's all that matters. It's all about being catchy. That's all he said. Like, it's about following the wave. This is all stuff he said throughout this freestyle so far. It's wild, dude. It's wild. It's wild that this doesn't have more views, honestly. Like, it doesn't even got 1 mil. How is that possible? Shoot, I hope I ain't getting freaking copyright claim for this.
The dollars, there's a broader complication. If you don't respect the art, there's no more obligation. You can't expect the white-collar suburbanite to understand the urban plight. They just see the perks and hype. They just see the antics.
You can't. White people will never understand the pain that blacks basically have, is what he's saying right there. Or have been through. Because all they see is the skin color. They just see the drugs. They just see the past. That's literally what he's saying right there.
And analytics is gimmicks. Another reason to send niggas to prison while they surf and hike. There's a certain type of hell for you demons. When you see him in public, you publicly move and you meet him. But you need him to validate your actions. And this fake democracy is nothing more than a distraction. They gave us a black president to pacify us and lull us to sleep so the next one can wreak more havoc as they advocate for companies to keep.
We obviously know what he's talking about. Basically, he's saying we got Barack Obama for 8 more years, but then Donald Trump would cause more damage within his 4 years. I'm not gonna get political on it. That's just what he's saying right there.
Dumping money into policies that profit off the meek. You weak ass rappers, you speak ass backwards, you leech off classics so you can eat and keep that status regardless of where you come from. I can peep those tactics, you appeal to dum-dums and the weak drug addicts. My poems are African bones sprinkled on the ocean floor. The transatlantic holocaust and the cost to endure. Slave vessels that's nestled beneath the wind while I reprimand you pawns using Franz Fanon's pen. Wretched of the earth, I reversed the Hermetic curse, but I learned a lot from Lot in regards to that Noah verse. But I'm so immersed in this perverse industry gambit that it's hard to get a grip when it cripple your understanding. Panic at the disco, dinner at Del Frisco's. The food is moving slow like San Luis Obispo. Rest in peace, Jerry. It's scary how niggas violate. Ain't satisfied until they ratify my pious state. God bless the web. Thoughts is acting wild. Get indicted off a light. White niggas is back in style, but I back it how? No backing down is your.
He said, God bless the web. Thoughts be making money. And then the whack just be making clout. They be getting more attention. I feel like without that is mostly true. Without freaking the internet, none of these fake rappers would be getting as big as they do. It's just true. Because back in the old days, all you had was just MTV basically. That's all you had to get music like played out to people. Other than that, you just heard it on the radio, you bought the CD, you bought the vinyls, you know? So, but nowadays, nobody even, there are rarely any CDs in stores, and vinyls are, stupid rare to find. They really are. Target do got some vinyls, though, I ain't gonna lie. I saw Good Kid, Mad City over there. If I had money, I would buy it.
Demeanor. How is it superficial if they serve you a subpoena? If you live by the gram, you die by the gram. Thought it was cheap till you at odds with Uncle Sam, and you sabotage your life for the price of the raffle. Like that, you went from internet chatter to chattel. While I'm straddling the fence, insensitive or ingenious, I finesse phonetics and demean the king's English. I suppress the way that I really want to address him, and the spirit.
Can I just say, he kind of does sound like Kendrick. He kind of sounds like Kendrick. I'm not gonna lie, just the way his flows that sometimes do sound like Kendrick, and then his voice is very close to it. I'm literally just attending class right now. This man has been just spitting nothing but history. Okay.
Of the culture. If you look a little closer, there's a deep-seated sense of contempt. You're not exempt. Turn up your nose and flows and beg to repent. But there's a lot of pent-up fear to end up here. I sense what's near. Your near side of you is askew. Thought it was cool. Not to me, I'm a rebel. I can see how they meddle and matters, but me, I don't settle. Try to criticize me on the level. If you keep playing devil's advocate, then to me, you a devil. Yeah. You derelicts are determined.
If you keep playing devil's advocate, then to me you're a devil? Ugh.
And to be a barrier, we all wearing wires, just check your wireless carrier. I carry on tradition, conditioned to be an abbot. Back in Richmond, niggas carry Iron Man, Black Sabbath. Agatha Christie, you can miss me with the questions. Try to assist me, I would diss thee with inflection. Cause I ain't come this far to jump in his car, so he can take credit for driving me where I'm destined. Definition of grind through repetition and time. My deposition is epic and delicate by design, and a definite reminder of where I stand in society. A reckless outcast, I outclass what they provided me. Surprisingly, I've been separated and branded. They brandish your understanding that's unmistakably candid, and a cancer to the culture, sort of poetic tumor. Rumor has it that they doing damage to the consumer.
888 Shade 45 Streets of Garrett. Now let me explain something to you. You got motherfuckers that can come up here on this mic and can just spit any kind of stupid shit, but this was unwasted bars of knowledge.
There was so many references in there, and I was like, wow. I was like, he flow not
This
gonna
is
be
what I'm
smart
talking
enough for
about.
some of this. Like,
This is what I'm talking. This is hip
That
hop.
is free.
I related to
Locksmith
about
in the building. Like I
100 of
told
those
y'all.
bars.
Yo, dog.
That really was. That was nothing but a history lesson right there. Nothing but a history lesson. So he killed it. Locksmith killed it, dude. There's nothing more I can say about that. It was very interesting how he started and finished it all the way through. Like 11 minutes of history right there. Non-stop. Non-stop, bro. That was insane. But anyways, if y'all guys want more from Locksmith, let me know in the comment section right now. If y'all guys want more freestyles, let me know, because freestyles do be funny. Lyrically or not, they're funny as can be. And it's just so interesting to see like the first thoughts that pop up. Like how, like, you could just tell what type of artist they are if they freestyle, from how they freestyle. That's just, you could tell any artist from how they freestyle. And Locksmith is a lyricist, that lyrical history teacher. That's literally what he is. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section what else y'all guys want to see from me. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.